If you feel busy all the time but somehow still behind, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you lack discipline. It's because you're trying to carry too many goals at once, things that were never meant to coexist. And until you learn to subtract, no amount of effort, planning, or willpower will move your life forward. Most people think progress comes from adding more habits, more projects, more to-do lists. But here's the truth: adding more never works. Your capacity doesn't expand just because you want it to. You can't stretch time, energy, or yourself to fit everything you think you should do. Real change starts when you choose what matters most and let everything else go.
Think about it like a buffet. Most people load their plates with everything they can imagine, every dish, every option. They assume their stomach will magically expand to fit it all. That's not how it works. And your life isn't any different. Trying to do everything guarantees failure. You can try to squeeze more habits, more projects, more goals. But your capacity stays the same. So here's the first rule of change. If you want to pick something up, you must put something down. Subtraction is the secret most people ignore. You can't add without removing. You can't grow without clearing space. Why we stay busy? Most people stay busy to avoid the scary, important task. They'll clean the kitchen, organize their email, or do anything except the one thing that truly matters. They'll endure months, or years, of quiet misery, just to avoid a few days of discomfort. Think about it. What are you avoiding right now? That conversation at work? That tough decision? That habit change? Avoidance looks like productivity, but it's a trap. And here's the kicker. While you stay busy, the quiet voice in the back of your mind, the one pointing to what matters, gets ignored. That voice usually knows the answers. But you're too distracted to hear it. Here's a truth nobody wants to admit. Problems are a feature of life, not a bug. There will never be a day with zero problems. They just change form. Most things consuming your thoughts right now. In 3 months, you won't even remember them. But the time you spent worrying about them? Gone. Sacrificed. Real growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from the edge, pushing just beyond what's easy, familiar, and safe. That's where progress lives. Learning from discomfort and the lonely chapter. Growth is uncomfortable. Sometimes it's lonely. Sometimes it feels like nothing is working. That's what I call the lonely chapter. It's the phase where you've outgrown your old life, but haven't built a new one yet. Your habits, interests, priorities change. Your old routines no longer fit. And you haven't created a new community to match your growth. This is where most people quit. They retreat to comfort. But if you want change that sticks, you must push through. You must subtract the old, embrace the uncertainty, and let go of what doesn't serve you. 1 or 2 big things. Here's a harsh truth. If you want real progress this year, you probably can only focus on 1 or 2 big things. Not 5. Not 10. Just 1 or 2. Anything more is self-sabotage disguised as ambition. Trying to do too much guarantees failure. So pick what actually matters. Kill the rest. Subtraction isn't weakness. It's the only way to create space for what counts. Hidden cost of observable success. We often trade invisible metrics for visible ones. A higher salary, a better job title, looks like success. But what did you trade for it? Less time with your family. Less peace of mind. Less joy. Real success is measured by what actually improves your life. Not what looks impressive. Most people live under this illusion. Chasing visible wins, while hidden losses quietly accumulate. Discipline isn't the problem. Decision is. Deciding what matters, and letting everything else go, is harder than working harder. You don't need a new life. You need fewer goals. 1 or 2 things done well beats 10 things done badly. And that's the first step toward clarity, momentum, and real progress. Subtract. Focus. Move forward. So today, start by asking yourself, what truly matters? What can I subtract to make space for the one thing that moves my life forward? You don't need more discipline. You need fewer goals. Choose wisely, let go bravely, and move forward without distraction.